I've been wild all my life. I compare myself often with Eric, and Eric was a much smoother rider than me, but I went into each race to win it, and that was it. That was the limit.
In your younger days, did any of the riders have a word in your ear to tell you to calm down?
Well, I wouldn't say so. Orb Lawson once claimed I knocked him off and was going to punch me, but Oliver Hart was promoted with Ron Clark, and Oliver stepped in between us, and it's rather funny that I'm mentioning this because one of my great friends in Australia was Orb Lawson. That was afterwards. I mean, we're talking now of 1956 or so.
What made you, as much as anything, go after this man?
Well, I liked his sincerity and his personal integrity. Nigel I would liken to soccer's Billy Wright. He's that kind of statured person to me. He has terrific pride in wearing an England jacket and leading an England side. And in truth, I would say over the 15 years that Nigel has been with us, he could be regarded a promoter's dream. Perfection in equipment, public obligation conscious, and totally dependable.
Now, there's certain things that come to my notice, especially the time, and perhaps you can correct the right year, when Nigel, after the racing, after the evening's match, he would be out there on the centre green encouraging novices.
Yes, he's done a tremendous amount in the way of development, and in fact many young riders who've grown in speedway stature have done so because of Nigel's team riding aids. Several of our younger riders have developed basically because they were partnered with Nigel, and without a shadow of a doubt at team riding he excels. I would say that's his greatest forte, not individual riding.
No.
This explains why he seldom wins championships, but on the other hand is always there when it comes to team scoring.
He's always willing to help out.
He is indeed.
Have you any vivid recollections of such a help that Nigel may have gave to perhaps a rider or perhaps a supporter even?
Oh, there would be legion, Roy. Nigel's a chap who tears off to open Boy Scouts galas and afternoon functions, even on the days of racing. He's helped boys' homes and visits hospital wards. He's a tireless worker in the cause of goodwill. And I would think of all the riders we've had, he has put the most into making lives happy for people.
I know this must be a terribly, terribly difficult question for you, Charles, but could you name one particular race that comes to mind more than anything else?
Well, this fellow's ridden so many brilliant races, that is a hard one. Perhaps atmosphere of an occasion comes to mind rather more than the race, because he's ridden so many fantastic races. But the one which, to my mind, stands out as absolutely superb in atmosphere was his clash with Ove Fundin in the Golden Helmet, which preceded an England versus Soviet Russia test match at Brandon. The whole show was electrified by his engagement with Ove, and I can't ever remember a race which left me tingling with such excitement.
Well, the story with the blue leathers was one of my son's mates, who became a pal of mine too, worked in the golf ball laboratory at Slazinger's, which was just down the road from where we lived. Oh, it was in the next village anyway. And Jeffrey, they called the lad Jeff Land. Now then, Jeff said about having my leathers coloured, and he said I could get them sprayed with the rubber spray that they put on golf balls. And he said, so what colour would you like them? And I said, well, blue, of course. And, oh, well, he sprayed them blue, and that was that. I think at the time I had white boots and blue leathers, and everyone else bar Mike Broadbanks had black leathers. And oh, well, what a drab looking thing black is.
You used to have quite a different style. He was more of a classic rider.
Well, perhaps he copied other riders, whereas I copied none, and all I wanted to do was to get past the winning post first.
Tell us about the actual accident at Leicester.
Well, apparently I was lying second place and endeavouring to pass Ray Wilson, who had gone out like a diamond on the track to a sharp turn and came back across my line, and I clipped his back wheel and went into the fence and had an affair with the lamppost. This in turn fractured my skull, and I was taken to hospital. Now then, after 7 days in hospital, the surgeons or doctors that advised my wife that every time she came, it used to upset me. And so they suggested that she didn't come. So she didn't come, and in the end I had to ring her up and say, you better come and take him away, he's going bloody mad.
Well, do you feel any of the physical effects of your old injuries at all?
No, not really.
So you find mentally and physically?
Oh, I wouldn't say very mentally, but I'm all right. I've no great problems.